Hello good people, SabeloSFX here. So in this video I just want to do two currency pairs breakdown in front of you guys so that you can see how I trade, how I prepare the week for how I prepare the week ahead. Currently it's Saturday night because that's when I do my analysis for the week ahead, and I do also my correlations. Okay, so let's check gold. I'll be doing gold, and then I'm gonna do AUDUSD. Okay, so those are the two ones that I'm going to do for you today. But maybe for next week I'll decide whether I wanna do like maybe three pairs or maybe 5 pairs. But for now I just wanna do two. So let's look gold. Let's firstly look at our correlation, because correlation, they give us a direction. Okay, so let us look at these numbers here. So these are the numbers that I always trade with. I don't trade if I don't see these numbers. So they just measure a strength or the weakness of each and every currency pair. It's like looking at the dollar index, but here I don't look at the dollar index alone, because I'm not trading the dollar index. I mean the US dollar alone. I must look at the dollar index, the AUD index, Swiss index, NZD, GBP, JPY, Euro, and CAD index, because we are all trading all these currency pairs. So for me to get track of the direction, I must look what's happening in all of the indexes. Okay, so the strong ones supposed to be here, weak ones supposed to be here, neutral ones supposed to be here. So here we only have the US dollar being strong. Okay, this is the only pair currency that is pushing to the upside, and then the AUD and the Swiss is trading to the downside, and then NZD, GBP, JPY, and Euro and CAD are flat, meaning that they are some they are flat like this, and then some they are trying to go up, but the majority is not giving us a direction. So now we know the direction that we must buy this. We look for buy. Here we must sell. Here we don't do anything. But if we pair a strong currency, okay, let's say we pair a strong currency, this one maybe with the JPY, then the trade or the graph is going to respect the trend of the strongest. Okay, same thing if you pair a neutral with a weak, then the trend is going to be down, obviously, because the market is going to respect the one that is weak. Okay, so we also trade these ones even though they are neutral. Okay, so let's go back into our charts now, because we know that here we are buying, right? And now let's go back into our charts, which is gold. Okay, and remember, whenever you see a downtrend on gold, as you can see, we see a downtrend, we must expect a buy on USD pairs. Okay, so this is like a negative correlation. When you see gold selling, you must look for buys on USD pairs. Okay, this is it doesn't work, like it doesn't correlate. It doesn't correlate. So vice versa, if you see gold pushing to the upside, you must expect to see US dollar pairs selling. So I'm going to make a practical example of what was happening here, of what was happening there. So let's look at this here. You see this uptrend here, the gold was pushing up, obviously, and then the US dollar here was selling. Okay, let's check our correlation if this thing is lining up. Okay, we're gonna go back into the previous data, where we saw the US dollar being weak. Okay, as you can see, guys, here the US dollar was weak, very, very weak with -7. That's why I was looking for buys on gold. That's why I was looking for buys on gold. So now gold is down. What are we expecting on US dollars? We are expecting a buy. So, but here we are expecting a sell maybe until this low or this low. But we will see. Maybe these numbers they can change on Tuesday. But currently we are selling on gold. We are selling on gold. So now we know the direction, because this thing is just giving you a direction. It's not giving you a signal. This thing is not giving you an entry point. It's just giving you a direction. Then we need to come back into our charts just to see the entry. Just to see the entry. First thing first, we are going to remove everything in this chart here so that you understand how I do my breakdowns. So we start marking, key levels that are clearly visible on the daily. So we are going to start with this one here, and we are going to extend to right, and then we have a support. And then we have another support zone here. We have a resistance zone here. We have a support zone, a resistance zone there. And then I think this is enough, because this is what we see. This is what we see. We don't just go back into the previous data, because we won't be trading maybe somewhere around here. We are looking at the current data, what is happening in front of us. Then now we need to go to the H4. Go to the H4. And then the one that I think it's visible, key levels that I think are visible here is this. Okay, let's change the color. Is this resistance zone, this support. So we are going to try to draw a key level that is going to combine that zone. Okay. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Okay, so now we need to see the previous trend. Okay, previous trend was here. That's when we were buying. And then the market broken down here, made a consolidation, and then it ended up selling again. So as we all know that, most of the traders, they know that I've taken a sell somewhere around here, but I'm going to explain that maybe later of why I took a sell. But for now, let's look at the market. Let's look how I break down the market. Okay, we had a test here, pull back, and then a breakout, come back to retest, breakout, broke again, and then I was expecting to see the market come there and then sell. But selling if we see US dollar pairs buying. Okay. So we don't just sell because of our technicals. We must combine technicals with correlation. Correlation is like news. News is just giving you a direction. Then whenever you come into your charts, you are just applying what the news is telling you. You are just trading with the direction of the news. So in our case here, because currently I don't know how to trade the news like perfectly, but I use this to support me with the direction. So you can get this if you need, but it's free for my students. For my students, they don't have to pay for this. So yeah, let's get back into business. So now for the upcoming week, because the US dollar is still bearish, I'll be still waiting for a sell, right? But I cannot just sell here. because the market is approaching a very big support here. So in order for me to sell, I'll be waiting for a breakout, breaking this previous support, and then I'll be waiting for the retest, which is going to be in line with the high of the day. High of the day on Monday, if the market, okay, let's just to explain this thing nicely, I need to come to the, maybe let's come to the M15, and then we're gonna put these session breaks here, because this is gold. This is gold. So these are the session breaks. This was another day. So this was Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So I want to show you how we wait for the high of the day, or how are we going to wait for the high of the day. Number one, we need to break here. And remember, this big zone here is a very big support that is visible on the H4. So before we sell, we must break it first. This is the support that I'm talking about. We must break it first and then look for a retest and look for a high of the day, which is going to give us a sniper entry. Okay? So I'm expecting an impulsive move to the downside. An impulsive movement meaning the market going down aggressively, not going down choppy. No, I want to see a strong push. No, couple of candlesticks going down, and then a pullback that is choppy, and then when the market is approaching this previous support, I'm expecting something like a rejection, and these rejections, I want to see them at 2 p.m. South African time. Okay, if I see these rejections early in the morning, I won't be selling, because the market can still trap. Okay, the market can still trap. So I'll be expecting a break, coming back, retesting. Okay, maybe a consolidation like this is going to be a consolidation of the Asian session, and then the session is supposed to break to the upside, break, and then pause here, and then reject. New York session is supposed to come and then sell. Okay, and then sell. So that's it on gold. I'm waiting for a clear break. While I'm waiting for a clear break, I will be checking on my correlation here. If I still see that the US dollar is still sustaining these buys, then that is going to be another confluence for me to continue looking for sales. So Monday, I'll be expecting a break, or maybe Monday is going to be choppy, and then Wednesday break, and then choppy, rejections, and then I'll be selling once I get, a clear M setup, on the M15. Then I'll sell, targeting the next zone, which is visible on the H4. So this is the next zone that I'll be targeting here. And then the overall trend, let's look at the overall trend. This thing can still break to the downside like this, because the overall trend, guys, as you can see, is making, okay, let's change the color, is making lower lows and lower highs, meaning that the market is selling overall. It can break and even make new lows. Okay, so that's it on gold. Anything can change, guys. If sentimental analysis is changing, sentimental is this our correlation. If it's changing, then this setup is going to change. It's going to change. So that's it on gold. So now I'll go into AUDUSD. AUDUSD. This was a perfect setup on Friday. We sold on Friday. Okay, on Thursday I lost $200, as we all know that. You know, I've entered. Everything was perfect, but I lost. I lost. You know, there are some times whereby you do all of your analysis correctly, but the market still kick you out. So I lost money. $200 here was gone, but here I was able to recover. And the signal were given. You know, I can even show you it. I even give the signal to my students here. You know, AUDUSD correlation. I sent the correlation numbers. US dollar was bullish, AUD was bearish. Then that was a clear sell. Clear sell. I waited for the market to switch time frames, then make rejections, and then I sold. You know, the high of the day was met, the aim was perfect, and then, you know, it was a Mona Lisa picture. It was a perfect picture, guys. Then I sold there, and then I closed profits there. So now, what is the next move? What is the next move? We go back, look at the correlation. Okay, look at the correlation. So AUD is down, USD is up. That means we are still looking for a sell on AUD USD. We are still looking for a sell. The only thing that we need to be careful of is this big support zone. This one here. I can even show you on the higher time frame, maybe on the H4. Just remove this. Okay, so we must be careful of this support. We must be careful of it because it's also lining up with a very key zone, very big key zone, which is this, you know, this support here. It's also lining up with this. So we want to see a clear break there, breaking even these small support and resistance zones there, and then I'll be expecting a pullback afterwards. So once it breaks here, breaks within passive move, then we are having a free range to this zone here. You know, we are having a free range. You can just enter, look for highs of the day, enter, high of the day, enter, high of the day, enter. And as long as our correlation numbers are still saying the US dollar is buying and the AUD is selling, this free range is going to be filled with a lot of candlesticks. Here, it's going to be a lot of candlesticks. Then the market is supposed to come in, hit the previous low. So that's it on AUDUSD. Whenever the market is ready to break, you know, boom, then we're gonna see our numbers here increasing on AUD. These numbers, maybe we're gonna see AUD with -7. But if we see a major pullback, let's say maybe we see a major pullback, boom, breaking even this trend, then obviously that is going to tell us that AUD is trying to make a very big pullback, because this, okay, let me just show you on the daily, guys. This is an impulsive move on the day, but it can go and make maybe a 50% pullback and then still continue with the sell. Make a 50% pullback, still continue with the sell. So I won't be trading when the market maybe is here. I want to see the market breaking, you know, making new lower lows on a smaller time frame, catching those low highs and lows of the day, trading with the trend of the correlation. And then I'll be done. So I'm still waiting. Maybe I'm going to give you an update on Wednesday of this pair here. But if I don't see anything interesting, maybe on Tuesday or on Wednesday, maybe I'll give you a breakdown of another currency pair. Maybe you can just comment below and tell me which pair you want me to break down, and maybe you can tell me how many pairs you prefer me to break down, because now I'm just doing whatever I want to do, but these videos are not mine, these videos are yours. So you can just comment below, tell me how many videos that you prefer me to post, and which pairs. So that's it, guys, from me. I think I'm done. And I cannot just go all through this video, this analysis here, because this can take a long time. This is only for my students. This is the video that I posted. This is the video that I'm about to post to my students. It's a long video because I need to go down and spot in each and everything that is happening. You can see 4 MB, 4 MB. So that's a big size. That's a big size. So I cannot just teach you, everything. But you can just tell me what you want, or if you want to have an access to this correlation, because this one is just gonna give you a direction. So it's free to my students. It's free to my students. Yeah, guys, I'm out. If you like my videos, just comment or share my videos, or like or subscribe if you are new, because I'm planning to do like consistent videos for you to enjoy. So I'm out, guys. Have a peace day. Sorry about that.